Hello, it's me, Reed.
I'm Jennifer.
Well,
Welcome.
welcome.
We're not, well, I'm not sorry. I'm glad you're here. I'm
Hmm.
glad you're here too.
Me too.
I'm grateful that we can gather together today to listen to this psalm, which is Psalm 91.
Hmm.
And in the process of listening to a psalm, we can pay attention to our own lives, to our feelings, our experiences, our connection and interaction with the divine.
Hmm.
And in the process, we can listen for God's words to us.
Right. Psalm 91. Oh, yeah, you got a pen there.
I'd invite you to have something to write with or write on if you are in a space to be able to do that. I know that sometimes we listen to this recording in the car. Please don't try and write while you drive.
That's
It's not
difficult.
very safe.
No.
But if you're in a space to be able to take some quiet time and a few deep, calming breaths and to make some notes for yourself, that could be a very helpful spiritual practice.
Hmm.
What are we listening for?
We're listening for something that sticks out to us in this reading. It can be a word or a phrase, or it can be something that comes to mind while we're reading it. Not necessarily a word or phrase, but often a word or phrase comes to mind or sticks out. And we call that God speaking to us. So I'll read Psalm 91. We're reading in the New Century Version and listening for something that just stands out to you. Those who go to God Most High for safety will be protected by the Almighty. I will say to the Lord, "You are my place of safety and protection. You are my God, and I trust you." God will save you from hidden traps and from deadly diseases. God will cover you with feathers, and under God's wings you can hide. God's truth will be your shield and protection. You will not fear any danger by night, or an arrow during the day. You will not be afraid of diseases that come in the dark, or sickness that strikes at noon. At your side, 1,000 people may die, or even 10,000 right beside you, but you will not be hurt. You will only watch and see the wicked punished. The Lord is your protection. You have made God Most High your place of safety. Nothing bad will happen to you. No disaster will come to your home. God has put angels in charge of you to watch over you wherever you go. They will catch you in their hands so that you will not hit your foot on a rock. You will walk on lions and cobras. You will step on strong lions and snakes. The Lord says, "Whoever loves me, I will save. I will protect those who know me. They will call to me, and I will answer them. I will be with them in trouble. I will rescue them and honor them. I will give them a long, full life, and they will see how I can save."
Hmm. Thank you. This psalm takes me on a roller coaster of emotions.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Because it sort of gives a little microcosm of my interaction with faith through the years. So, listening to this psalm and its clear statement that if you do things the right way, nothing bad will happen to you,
Hmm. You saying that's not
interacted
right?
interacted with my life. And I feel like through my life, I have listened to the divine family over and over again. Not that I've been perfect by any means, but that's not the call. The call is not to perfection, but to relationship. And still, really hard things have happened in my life as an individual, in our lives as a family, in our world. And for a long time, I've felt a lot of judgment, mostly me against me, that I must be doing it wrong because all these really hard things were happening. I sort of want to use a vulgar word there.
So, what did you hear, though?
But as I listen today, what I notice is that my way of feeling about God is different than it used to be. That what I hear in this is that God will never leave relationship with me, Even if all those hard things are happening, even if I have to walk through a field of poisonous snakes and I die, nothing can separate me from relationship with God. That even if all those hard things happen and I feel like it's because I did something wrong, that God does not condemn me and say, I don't want to be in relationship with you. So, listening to this today just points out to me some huge changes that have come in my connection with my interaction with God. What do you notice as you listen?
Um, I I noticed that section. God has put angels in charge of you to watch over you wherever you go. They'll catch you in their hands, and just made me think of Jesus being tempted by the devil in the desert. This is what the devil says: "Hey, you don't have to worry about anything. God will save you, no
Mm-hmm.
matter what you do. Even if you throw yourself off this big tower, God will catch you." Right? Um, so for me, that is a reminder. I guess it just made it goes to what you were saying. That my expectation, or this implies, that if you just do the right things, everything will turn out good and everything will be happy and you'll have no suffering or something. You might come to that conclusion reading this, maybe. But I don't think Jesus was, by all accounts, a pretty good guy.
Mm-hmm.
Seemed to do a lot of things right.
And still,
Yeah, he came to a bad end. He had troubles there for a spell.
still
If I
there
may
was
be
that
arch.
violent death.
Yeah,
Yeah.
violent death,
Yeah.
resurrection afterwards. But I mean, still, it was rough. Being good doesn't doesn't guarantee anything. Unfortunately, I wish, as if I could be good all the time. I guess maybe that's also one of the
That's also
problems. But even so,
uh,
that just stuck out to me. That just reminded me. That's all. I guess is that what stuck out to me is like, yeah, even Jesus, the best of us, had rough go. So
hmm,
that's what really came up.
okay. Thanks.
Mm.
I hope that you noticed something and that you make note of it for yourself. What was it that I noticed or felt or heard as I listened to Psalm 91? We're going to listen again, read it again. And this time we're paying attention for an invitation, something to do or to be or to become, because the experience of living faith is actually a bringing together of these moments of quiet reflection and the reality of our everyday lives. We don't want something that's just pie in the sky and separate. But we also don't want to just charge forward with action that's not at all reflective. So,
So
an
why don't you read it?
invitation.
Yeah, why don't you read it?
Get on it already, Jennifer. Just read it. Psalm 91. Those who go to God Most High for safety will be protected by the Almighty. I will say to the Lord, you are my place of safety and protection. You are my God, and I trust in you. God will save you from hidden traps and from deadly diseases. God will cover you with feathers, and under God's wings you can hide. God's truth will be your shield and protection. You will not fear any danger by night or an arrow during the day. You will not be afraid of diseases that come in the dark or sickness that strikes at noon. At your side, 1,000 people may die, or even 10,000 people right beside you, but you will not be hurt. You will only watch and see the wicked punished. The Lord is your protection. You have made God Most High your place of safety. Nothing bad will happen to you. No disaster will come to your home. God has put angels in charge of you to watch over you wherever you go. They will catch you in their hands so that you will not hit your foot on a rock. You will walk on lions and cobras. You will step on strong lions and snakes. The Lord says, whoever loves me, I will save. I will protect those who know me. They will call to me and I will answer them. I will be with them in trouble. I will rescue them and honor them. I will give them a long, full life, and they will see how I can save.
Very good. Thank you. The invitation to me was in that last section with God saying, they will call to me and I will answer them. So for me, the invitation was to call to God with the expectation that God will answer me. Sometimes that's hard for me to hear, to be honest. But
Which
the
part of that? The call out or
no,
the that God will do something?
I can usually hear myself call out. That's not a problem. It's the remembering to do so. That's the invitation, to remember to call out to God so that I can. I don't know. God will answer me. However, if I don't call to God, what's there to answer? I guess there are no. If there are no questions, there are no answers. Um, so the invitation is to call out to God.
Hmm.
Sometimes I'm not pleased with the answers, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not always happy with the answers I get. I have answers in mind. Thank you. I'm going to ask you a question with the proviso you give me the right answer, or the answer I like is generally how I function or act, I guess. But really, um, the call is not to expect certain answers, but the call is to ask or to call out. So that's the invitation, is to call out to God.
Okay.
So
The invitation for me grows out of the words, you are my place of safety and protection. You are my God, and I trust in you.
mm,
So even when what I see around me leads me to fear or to feel all the feelings that come with, oh my goodness, I'm not safe or protected, I still am invited to say out loud, you are my God, and I trust in you. And then to wait with trust for what the Spirit will say next to me. Sometimes that waiting takes a long time, but the invitation still is there. Jennifer, trust me to be your place of safety and protection.
very good.
What do you notice as you listen to Psalm 91 today?
Mhm.
What stands out to you and what calls you forward as an invitation?
We'd like to hear from you.
We'd love to hear from you. Thanks so much for being with us today.
We'll see you again.
See you again.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.